your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Again, good evening and thank you.
Thank you so much, CRB Joy, Toastmaster. Now, can we ask welcome remarks from our REBAP President, CRB Cecil Mendoza, future Toastmaster.
Good morning to my fellow CRB from REBAP chapter. Thank you, Dasmariñas Toastmaster Club. Welcome, my fellow CRB. Since all of us, I know this CRB, this is new to us. This Speechcraft is new to some of us. So let us enjoy and let us all together learn this Speechcraft. And thank you, Dasmariñas Toastmaster Club.
Let's give applause to our President and to our auditor. Let me introduce to you our Speechcraft coordinators. Of course, Toastmaster Gerry Bustamante, our DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster Luisa Huben, and Distinguished Toastmaster Toto Peredo, and TM Attorney Rica Villadolid. These are our speakers for the whole project. DTM Luisa, Distinguished Toastmaster Luisa Huben, Distinguished Toastmaster Bernardino Mazon or Berns Mazon, Distinguished Toastmaster DTM Ramed Borja, Distinguished Toastmaster Gids Gascon, Distinguished Toastmaster Toto Perido, Distinguished Toastmaster Doc Ryan Incabo, Distinguished Toastmaster Romy Escarilla, and our seasons Distinguished Toastmaster Numel Gilunos. These are their topic. Today, our speaker will tackle about the icebreaker speech and impromptu speaking. And on our second day, they will tackle about body language, how to use our body language, and how to organize our speeches. And our day 3, vocal variety by DTM Tutu Perido, and inspire your audience by Doc Ryan Incabo. And our last day is effective evaluation by DTM Numel Gilungos, and life after Speechcraft by Distinguished Toastmaster Romy Escarilla. Our last sessions to be held at Channel and Channel Realty at Dasmariñas, because we have graduation or distribution of certificate to all graduates of Speechcraft. And also, here are our speech coaches, headed by Distinguished Toastmaster Attorney Roy Campos, Toastmaster Attorney Rica Villadolid, Toastmaster Reynan Ercilla, Toastmaster Lorraine de la Cruz, Toastmaster Ches Aliones, Toastmaster Ramel Alday, Toastmaster Stephen Weiss, and Toastmaster Nathaniel Ramos. This is our agenda for this event. The first portion is our table topics, educational portion, general evaluation, and coaching session. Please bear with that general tips for virtual meetings in order for us to a proper and organized meeting for tonight. Let us practice using the camera on your computer or phone or laptop. Familiarize yourself with the meeting software and its features. Plan your lightings so that your face is well lit. Position yourself so that your upper body is visible, not just your face. If you are using a phone or tablet, ensure that it is placed on a stable surface. Position the camera so that it is at eye level when you are looking forward. When speaking, make eye contact by looking directly at the camera lens. If you wear glasses, be aware of reflections and glare that may be distracting. Join the meeting early so that you can make sure that your video and audio are working properly. Remember to use the mute feature when you are not speaking to eliminate background sounds. Let us applaud all enthusiastically for each meeting participant, even if you are on mute. This demonstrates your appreciation and encouragements to others. Use speaker view, sometimes gallery view or slide view on Zoom. Before we start our next portion, one of the part of our meeting is the grammarian, the grammar press or the word of the day. And our grammarian for tonight is a QMS or Quality Management System Manager in a multinational company, a trainer, and an auditor for standards related to quality, environmental and health and safety. Help me welcome the grammarian for tonight, Toastmaster Ches Alunes. Toastmaster Ches, take it away. So I will start sharing my screen.
The speakers listening carefully on their language uses. As a grammarian, I will take note of the improper language, which we call germs, and also the outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts, which we treat as gems. So germs for those improper and gems for those outstanding usage of our language. As a grammarian, I will be also introducing our word of the day. So the word of the day is recommended to be used at any opportunity that you have. You will be speaking or should you be speaking in our meeting. And lastly, the grammarian will be providing the report of the word of the day usage and the gems and the gems and the germs during the course of our meeting. Now, moving on, I will now present the word of the day. Our word for today is an adjective, adept. Adept means thoroughly proficient or expert. So we have the example on the screen. Example, he is an adept negotiator. Second example, TM Gerry is an adept in playing the game of chess. Am I correct, TM Gerry?
Sometimes.
I am encouraging everyone to use the word of the day, as I know you are all an adept when it comes to real estate. Right? Thank you. Back to you, our
Now let us go for the presentation of about all all about Toastmaster by Toastmaster Stephen Wise. Stephen Wise is a China guru, a certified life coach or public speaker, author, humanitarian, happiness advocate, and a positive thinker. Let us all welcome Toastmaster Stephen Wise. Team Stephen, take it away.
Wait, let me permit me to share my screen.
Okay, alright.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone present here. I am privileged to be assigned to give you a little bit from the best of my knowledge about Toastmaster, which we belong to. I am not old Toastmaster. There are people who are very old, but it's a privilege given to me to share a bit about it so that you can know what Toastmaster is all about. What is Toastmaster? Or what is Toastmasters International? Maybe you may have it like that. We are gonna be looking into the background of Toastmaster, how our program works in Toastmaster, the educational programs of Toastmaster, and what does it cost you to be a Toastmaster. So these are the few things, only 4 things that we're going to be looking into so that we all will be grounded about facts and figures in Toastmaster. Toastmaster was established in 1924 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. When you become a Toastmaster, you will be hearing what we call Smedley Award. Smedley Award. That is, the award is named after this man, Ralph Smedley. It is a non-profit organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills. Our headquarters is in Colorado, USA. We have over 357,000 members all around the world. 357,000 members all around the world. Are we not equal to a state or a province? So it is a very, very vast majority of Toastmasters. We have more than 16,000 clubs in 143 countries around the world.
Sir Marlon, yung nakatuto ng ganyan. Meron ba? Andiyan ba? Ay, yung ating...
In
Paano ba matuto ko?
1952, Tamaraw Club was the first club formed in the Philippines. Tamaraw Club was the first club formed in the Philippines.
Nakatayo ba yan? Tumatayo yan?
Wala yung kay Monter eh.
Toastmaster International Headquarters, you can see the improvement and the color changes, and everything changes altogether. As we keep advancing, we keep getting more people, getting more members, and expanding all around the world and other countries of the world. We keep growing. Look at our building as Toastmasters may have it before in 1924. This is our building in 1924. Then now in 2019, this is our building in 2019. So we are making a great impact. Yeah. Let's move on. Sorry for the distraction. I have to calm the distraction now. Okay. Toastmaster regions, we have many regions in Toastmasters. We have, you can see here, region 1 to 9, region 10, region 11, region 13, region 14, region 8, region 12, all inclusive of Toastmasters. So I think we are on our mission. Our international mission, we empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Our club mission at the Smyrna City Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop community and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So this is our mission in the Smyrna Toastmasters Club. Our values, we share a very great value of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. This is all about Toastmasters. And let's look into the Toastmaster as a member. The heart of Toastmaster is the member, or is her member. The membership is very, very important because we are talking about you as a Toastmaster. Toastmaster is here to build you and to build I. So that is why the member is the main and focal point of Toastmaster. So we have the structure of Toastmaster. We have the member, number one, because we count member first before other people. Then the club, which the member belongs, comes after. Then we now talk about areas. We talk about divisions, districts, regions, and international. So when we finish talking about international, then we move about how does Toastmasters work. In every team or in every organization, there must be a modus operandi, mode of operation. So Toastmaster, how does it work? We learn by doing workshop through regular meetings, just as this one we are doing now. We learn by constant practice, conducting meetings, just as Toastmasters we have meetings Sundays and Thursdays, depending, and it is steady Sundays and Thursdays. We have our Toastmasters meeting. You are also free to attend meeting of any Toastmasters club outside your club. We give impromptu speeches during our meetings. Impromptu, you might not be aware that you are being targeted by the impromptu speech master. Then the person will call you just to test how prepared and your ability to speak. Then we present prepared speech. This is a speech where a title is chosen by you or be given to you to research properly, then arrange it from introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So this is what we call prepared speech. Then we offer constructive evaluation. Here, we simply means that yes, we are not going to tell you you didn't do well or you have done marvelously excellent. We will tell you yes, you did very well. Look at the where you did well and where you did not do well. So look at where the place you need to improve. So that is what we call constructive evaluation. In order to help you as a member build you up so that you will not get backslide in order because of maybe you are shy to deliver again, you are shy because you made a mistake. So that is why we give a constructive evaluation. Remember, no instructor. Meeting roles. We have meeting roles in every Toastmasters Club meeting, and that is what we are known for. We have Toastmaster of the Day. Just as Toastmaster Gerry is hosting this, he is the he is the Toastmaster of the Day here because he is the one introducing each role, and will be also the one introducing the role takers and the speech crafters tonight. So he is serving as the Toastmaster of the Day. We have table topics master, so speakers. I am the table topic master, for example, when it comes to impromptu speech. That is what we call table topics, impromptu speech. Then, and you, Toastmaster Marvin Santos Bautista, I call you to speak. Then you speak as the speaker of that impromptu speech that I will assign to you. We have grammarian. You see the role of grammarian here will give us the word of the day which we use during our speech. It helps us to improve our vocabularies in speaking. We have prepared speeches, as I mentioned earlier, it's a prepared speech. We have evaluators also and general evaluator. So we have evaluators who evaluate your speeches, and the one who we give a general evaluation of today's meeting. You can see at today's program, you have someone who will give an overall review and feedback regarding this meeting. We have our counter. Our counter is there to count your mistakes on your English language. Not actually mistake, your repeated words on where you stammer or where you give a long space or long pause. That makes you not to be fluent and straight in speaking. We also have the timekeeper, you know the role of timekeeper. So we proceed to the typical meeting agendas. In every meeting we have agenda. We have call to order, as we saw today. We have invocation, we have that is prayers, we have Toastmasters allegiance, pledge of allegiance. We say the Toastmasters promise. As a member of Toastmasters, I promise then you join me and read or recite the promise as a Toastmaster. We have Toastmaster of the Day, we mentioned. We have word of the day, that is for the grammarian. We have table topics take suit. We have prepared speech come after table topics. You have speech evaluations, where your speech evaluator will give you feedback. Then general evaluator, we have our counter, we have timer. Then adjournment. We also, before adjournment, we know what we call business portion. If there is any announcement or any concern to be resolved, then we will adjourn after such. The educational programs. Hello everyone, are you following me? Yes, if you are with me, kindly give me a thumb up that yes, you are with me. Give me a bigger thumb up so that I will know that you are following. Yes, thank you, correct. So now we have the educational programs of Toastmasters. Here is where we learn when we call, that's what we call in philosophy, we said the theme, it's a coined language, it's a colloquial language called the theme of something. Here is the theme of Toastmasters that is the educational program, where we learn our personal and professional development. So our educational program, we call it Pathways. When you become a Toastmaster, a registered Toastmaster, you will be expected to choose a path that you will be working upon or you will be working on. The reason of this path is to make you achieve
This meeting is being recorded.
5 core competencies. When you take a particular path, you are pursuing or you are on a journey of to get this or acquire these 5 core competencies. Number 1, to master the 5 competencies, and they are also there. It is more than giving a speech. In Toastmaster, we don't just come to meeting to give a speech. We don't just maybe you just want to know how to give a speech. Then that is why you come to Toastmaster. No, we are more than that. It is more than that. So in Toastmasters, you learn to organize thought. You learn also to be a better listener. That is why we assign each and every individual the duty of a feedback giver. What do I mean by a feedback giver? An evaluator. So we assign you a duty to evaluate a particular speech or table topic. So if you become the evaluator of a particular speech, it will make you pay attention. So it will make you to become an active listener or a better listener. You learn to think on your feet. You learn to improve your body language. You learn to work to eliminate bad speech habit. You also learn to increase your vocabularies, which is the purpose and the aim of grammar refresh from the grammarian of the day. The grammar refresh will tell you, for example, give her book. Give him the book. So this, there is something, it sounds somehow. So it is a duty of a grammarian to tell you, look at how you can put it this way, or yes, it is correct, give it this book. So that is it. As we proceed, let us look into the next slide. We said learning does not stop at the club. Learning is also, you can subscribe to the Toastmasters magazine. Every member of Toastmasters is entitled of a magazine every month. The magazine has a lot of content in it regarding personal development, news, and other parts of things that can boost our lives and our human well-being. We also have speech contests. Speech contests you can see in the picture. We have contests where you can be the winner or the second position or the third position. So it is a thing that will make you to be exposed to awards and to people from different parts of the world or the country where you found yourself. We have also international convention. It's also depicted in this picture. If you can look at the picture, you see a lot and lots of flags, different countries and their flags are there. This is international convention. We have district conference or conferences. We hold district conferences every year. We have access to helpful resources at www.toastmasters.com. Well-known Toastmasters alumni. We have Philip Crosby, quality expert and leader in the quality movement. We have Chris Matthew, author and journalist, host of MSNBC's Hardball with Chris Matthews. We have Todd Newton, former TV host, a life coach and a speaker. We have computers, management, and expert and author. As you see these names, I will oblige you to check them out. You can search them maybe online, on website, and just type the names, you can see them. We have Casey Jones, former basketball coach for NBA team Boston Celtics. We have James Lover, US astronaut, missions included Apollo 13. We have Day by Field Rose, founder Mrs. Fields Cookies. So, and so many others. There doesn't stop here. There are so many among the Toastmasters alumni. So, what does it cost you to become a Toastmaster or to be to take up one of our programs in Toastmasters? Cost of the programs in Toastmasters, we have $20 one-time membership fee per person. For example, when you decide to become a Toastmaster after today, if you decide to be part of us, you are expected to pay $20. Remember, this is a non-profit organization. The $20 is not for anybody's consumption. It is for your enrollment. It is to make you to value what you have become or what you have you are trying to become. Whatever you use to register goes to the running of your club and the running of the international stand. $20, is it enough for you to acquire these whole competencies? It is very, very minute amount. So that is it. We have $45 per 6 months. Every 6 months you will renew your membership with $45, which is about 2,500 or 2,400 and something pesos. So we have also only $7.5 per person per month. You can also pay for this seminar. Dell and Carnegie 3-day seminar starts at $1,000 per person. This one is when if you are if you become very big and wealthy to attend such seminars, it is not compulsory for people who are like us. So the most important thing, if you become a member, you follow your programs, educational programs, and you have a particular goal, that this is the goal I want to achieve as a member of Toastmasters. That is the main important thing. Then you work on it, then you can get on it. So just look at this picture. This is what our dashboard, our website dashboard look like. When you click on, when you type our website, this is what you will see. You can find meeting locations, you can find location near you. You can see here login, you can see here how do I join? You can see how do I join, you can click. You can see free resources that can help you to equip yourself mentally and otherwise. You can see officers resource for officers. You can also see video resources there where you can know more about Toastmasters. You can also watch previous speech contests and learn how they use their body language, how they use their presentation, how they speak, and how they stand boldly during Toastmasters sections. You see, all these things are very, very wise to become a Toastmaster. You have a lot to learn and you have a lot to improve on as a Toastmaster. Are you ready to join the Toastmasters, the Almighty Toastmasters Club? And I will also, it will please you to know that we at Toastmasters in Dasmarina City, Toastmasters Club, we are ranked number 1 in the world today. So clap for us. We are doing exploit around the world. We are having competent members. We are having people who are equal to the task to speak, to lead. We have competent leaders here in our midst. All came from the DTMC, that's Marina City Toastmasters Club. We are ready to join. We are ready to speak with our Vice President membership, complete the application for membership, return the completed application with your dues to the BPM. So these are the things that you can do to become part of us. Your potential is limited only by how many excuses you have. Don't give excuses. Procrastination is dangerous to our personal growth. Procrastination is also dangerous to our individual well-being. Take a step now. It's a bold step if you are very interested in that. Thank you, and thank you for listening, and thanks again for the opportunity given to me to present. Back to you, PM.
Thank you so much, TM Stephen Wise, for sharing us all about Toastmaster. And TM Stephen Wise is right that Dasmariñas City Toastmaster Club is number 1 in the world now in terms of educational award. Now, let us move forward to our. Let me share again my screen. Let me proceed to our educational portion, portion 1, and our speaker is who will discuss about impromptu speaking is DTM Bernardino Mazon. He is an engineer, social entrepreneur, financial planner, and personal development coach. He is the current public relations manager of District 75 Toastmasters, Philippines. He was the VP Education of Dasmariñas City Toastmaster Club and initiated the Triple Crown campaign. He is the past area director of Area 77, covering the clubs in Cavite, and was able to charter 2 clubs during his term. Champion and table topics speech contest for 2 consecutive years, 2017 and 2018. Let us all welcome our impromptu speaking distinguished Toastmaster Bernardino Mazon. Take it away.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, REBAP Cavite. I am Bernardino, and I will be discussing all about impromptu speaking, or the so-called table topics in Toastmaster, or the Q&A in Miss Universe portion, as they say, or the one that is being afraid of by many because you are asked to deliver a speech on the spot. And are you ready to learn the basic and the secrets of this impromptu speaking? Can you type in yes on the chat box? Can I see some yes if you're excited? If not, then I will just finish my presentation. Alright. Thank you for that. And let me share you my screen. Thank you for your time. Thank you for having this meeting and have you spending your evening with us, because learning is something that we need to invest in ourselves, even if we are young or even if we are already at the later part of our age. At least we are still continuously improving every time. We agree with that. And alright, it's loading now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Alright, you can see here. Impromptu speaking, speak on the spot. I would say speaking on the spot because sometimes you are asked to deliver speeches on the cuff, or if you are not prepared. In fact, if you don't memorize your script, you have to make something out of it because you are asked to deliver something. Especially if you are giving reports and you forgot the lines or what particular answer to the question for your clients, for example. And there are organizations that will help you develop those skills, including the Toastmaster organization. In Toastmasters, we learn by doing. As every time in a Toastmaster meeting to deliver a table topics answer to our impromptu question. And also you can join also TED Talks. You deliver speeches in there and then be able to deliver whatever you are passionate about. That's the beauty of TED. Ideas worth sharing, as they say. And as you can see here, this is the usual reaction if you are asked to do a speech, isn't it? You are nervous, you seem cannot speak out. And most of the time, we cannot speak because we are translating things in our mind before we express. Because we think the audience reaction, or what if they will judge you, something like that. What if my grammar is wrong, or I have a Carabao English, something like that. So we are fearful on stage, and it's a normal reaction. And if you want to become a confident speaker like this, that every time you deliver a speech in graduation, ceremonies, or even talking with your clients, talking with the management, talking with your customers, talking with your stakeholders, then you must be confident enough to deliver any speech, like the impromptu speech. And to make you realize, impromptu speaking is a everyday skill. Would you agree with that? If you talk to your children, to your wife, to your husband, or explaining things to them, then you are doing impromptu speaking, or asking the tendera about what you want to buy in the grocery, or talking to mamang driver where you want to go, something like that. Those things are just normal things, and impromptu speaking is normal. And if it's in English, then of course you have to practice English speaking, and you can do that in Toastmaster. And confidence is something that can be learned if you repeatedly do it. It's not something that you read about something about it or heard a speaker about them, then you are already confident. You need practice every time. In fact, if I did not attend a Toastmaster meeting for 1 or 2 weeks, something like that, I got rusty, and I think that I'm degrading my skills. So every time I deliver a speech in a Toastmaster meeting, I have to make sure that I am really speaking, or I can participate in table topics or any role, at least even as a timer or as a grammarian, because I need to speak. I need that spotlight. I need that spot that I can share something. And do you know this person, Francis Kong? If you know Francis Kong, he said there are 3 types of people in this world. Those who make things happen. Then number 2, those who wait for things to happen. And then 3, those who say, why? What happened? So we don't want to have the ones in number 2 and 3. We make things happen. Because in your role as real estate agents, you make things happen for the Filipinos. You have to bring the good life to them. You don't wait. You don't want to wait the government or anyone to say something that it's profitable now. You have to make things happen now. And in order to do that, you have to communicate. To communicate your passion, communicate with your customers, communicate with the clients that are in need with your service. And it's a challenge for you as real estate agents or any professional in this meeting. Spot. So what is the spot in impromptu speaking? The secret is, number one, the S. You have to focus on a single idea. Sometimes, when we are asked about something, we have so many things in our mind, we cannot choose. We have to stick to that idea, that if we see it, then we decide it. For example, and this one, let's have some exercise. What do you see in this picture? What is your one single idea? Can you type in the chat box? Some say it's a painting, some say it's a bird, some say it's Crayola, some say it's a canvas, some say it's a tree, bahay kubo, river, other else, nipahat, they say nipahat, river, house by the river. What else? Colors, ocean, countryside, provincia, simple life, great artists. So thank you so much for our answers. And yes, you can see there's a lot of ideas in here, but you have to select one. You have to select one in that focus idea. For example, nipahat. Then focus on that nipahat. You don't need to describe the birds, the water, or the flowers in there. Just focus on that nipahat and eventually explain why nipahat. Why nipahat? Because we have the gulay and the, the bahay kubo song. So you can describe that. And when presenting, don't think about the audience will look at you. You have to think that you have something of value that you can share or somehow save the lives of the audience. It doesn't really matter if the audience will be impressed by your presentations, but somehow you can inspire them to live. You can inspire them to do something about it. Somehow, even one audience that you would touch, then it's already a great presentation because you made a point. You were able to inspire someone and make his or her life better because of your speech. You have to always think that you are going to give value and make them adept in their profession or in their in solving their problems. So don't think about yourself. Think about how you give value, how your speech can make or break a person, something like that. So bear that in mind when speaking. Another component of this part is P. Of course, people engagement. We are people, so we like to talk, we like to connect with each other, we like to share ideas, we like to share stories, or even chismes, as they say. But then, in impromptu speaking, you need to relate to your audience. You will be able to do that if you listen. Most of the time, you listen. You intend to. You do not listen because you intend to understand. They listen because they just want to reply something. Understand more the other person. What are the needs? What are the problems that you can solve with the audience? Not that you want to reply with confidence whatever you know. In fact, the audience doesn't really care about what you know. They only care how much you care. Bear that in mind when you engage with people. And another component of that is, of course, just like I said, listen. Post for a while. Don't talk about the benefits of your product or anything like that. Just post. And then confirm how do you relate with the problems or whatever that idea is. And then tell your answer.
Ng mga
Tell your answer another way and then end it.
kahit po sa sasakyan, kahit bahay, dyan po
When you are asked that question.
Apo. Ang kagandahan nga lang dyan,
There are
mag-i-reply.
many patterns of connections.
Nag-take out na po ba kayo?
You can narrate, you do
Sige po.
storytelling, you explain, you even persuade your audience or
ngayon po.
reveal something.
O last year.
And then finally, inspire.
Tapos na po kayo down payment?
Whatever techniques you can do,
So at least wala po
make
kayong
sure
ngayon
that
ang
you are really
hinihintay po
authentic.
yung ano, take
that you are indeed giving value to them.
Hinihintay nyo
that
lang po yung ano,
somehow
take out ng unit
you are not
bago kayo
faking it.
mag-publish.
That somehow you are a real person.
At least naka...
It doesn't really matter
wala
if
po kayo
they
mamigay yung,
see
yung
it,
ano nyo, yung...
your
Diba, meron kayong concern,
failures.
may gusto kayo para
Sometimes if you share successes of your life, it doesn't really matter. What
Pag may tanong
they
kayo,
want
kaya po
to
niya
see
tawag
are
kayo
your
sa amin para-
failures and how you overcome them.
Okay, salamat
For
po sa
example,
pagtawag. Ibalik po
Toastmaster
kayo.
Gerry started out as a barbero and eventually now a successful broker, something like that. So share something about your struggles before, how you overcome them, and you can do this by, well, storytelling and connecting with the audience. And eventually you will inspire them. So we started with S. What is S again? Can you type in the chat box? What is S? On the spot of impromptu speaking. S is
Spot.
Did you forget already? Spot. What is S? Single idea. Stick with that single idea. What is P? People engagement. And then next on the spot is called the organize. That's when how can you make your script more powerful? In Toastmaster, we do not have any scripts. We don't memorize them. We only have some points and then explain them along with the speech. Because if you will memorize them in our view, you will just be lost and eventually get mental block. And mastering the speech is all about having those points and organizing them. And the basic way to organize is, that it must have the intro or the body and the conclusion. And it's a basic way to deliver a speech. Of course, you have that date or the introduction, it's a question. Do you know that real estate agents in the Philippines are profitable or something like introduction like that? Then in the body, explain why it's profitable. And then finally, you conclude. You say, become a real estate agent now. Or something like that. That's a basic structure of speech. Or you can have this, of course, these don'ts. Sometimes if you are speaking, you do not say, I'm not really prepared. The title of the presentation is something like that. I am very nervous, please bear with me. Because at the end of the day, the audience will not really see if you are nervous or not. Only they can see if you are confidently speaking. And even if you are nervous, because every time, admit it, you are really nervous. Even I is nervous now, but you cannot really see, isn't it? So it's up to you. It's the mindset that counts in that. Like for example, in Catriona Gray's answer in this, what is your idea? Or when she was asked about that Miss Universe question, what will you do if you will become the Miss Universe? Then she said, I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is very poor. So as you can see here, she started with storytelling. She started with the idea of that slum life in Tondo, the hardship in there, and it's poor and sad. But then he was able to see the beauty in it, to look in the beauty of the faces of the children and to be grateful. So you can see now how the inspiration go from poor to the beauty. And then I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see the situation with silver lining and to assess where I could give something. So this is not the body. She is now explaining something about it. That I could prove something as a spokesperson. If I could teach people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their faces. So that's the conclusion. Intro, body, conclusion. So it's some sort of a complete circle in this span, and that made Catriona Gray a winner. She's confident in doing so, and we're able to do it with stories, connecting with people. Single idea, the poor slums, isn't it? Then people connection, telling the story. Then organizing with that intro, body, conclusion. As easy as that. But then there are specific patterns. I leave it this one. There are specific really in Toastmaster. We have the prep, the SMG, TPF. But then I will not really reveal them right now because of the benefit of the time. But then the basic of them all is the intro, body, conclusion. Prep is just the point, reason, example point. You describe your point, reason out that point, why is that, explain about that, then just restate your point. For example, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is red. That's your point. Reason? Because it represents love. Explain that. Sometimes when I see red, then it reminds me of Valentine's Day. The flowers are red, everywhere is red, and then I can see the red Valentine's card. So it reminds me of love. So that's the explanation. So therefore, I love the color red. So that's the basic prep pattern. SMG pattern, if you want to story tell your experiences, your story, message, and the gain of that story. You just tell the story, what are your lessons after that, then how can you share them to your audience or peers. SMG. Next, PPF. Past, present, future. So you restate the activities or happenings before or in the past, and then you state your current situation now, and then finally the future. What is a particular example here? For example, Toastmaster Gerry would restate the happenings in the past as a barbero, and then now at present as a real estate agent, and then finally in the future, how can he help more people have their dream house? So you can do some patterns like that as well. But these are just added patterns. The basic of them all is still the introduction, body, and conclusion. You have to remind yourself about that when you are delivering speeches or any impromptu speech in this case. And of course, we have to our last letter, so-called T. Guess what? It's all about talking. You have to talk, of course. How can you share your single idea? How can you connect with people? How can you organize your thoughts if you will not talk? You need to talk. You need to have that opportunity and then grab it as the opportunity arises. And be confident when you are in the spotlight. Confident as if you are not careful. And then be brief. Just single idea and that's it. You don't need to have so many ideas in there that it would dilute or somehow saturate the point that you are trying to say. Then, like I said, be sincere, be authentic. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to lie if it's not true. Just tell the truth. And it's not really hard to tell the truth, isn't it? Some verbal cues that you may want to apply, for example, body movements, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, but these are more of the advanced level of impromptu speaking. You can visit more a Toastmaster meeting, or if you will become a member, then you will indulge them more. Like, for example, vocal variety, you need to have the volume or pitch, the voice, pitch. So you will also practice that. And our Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Toto is an expert of vocal variety. He can be your coach on this one. Like, if you want to sing, then he can also be a coach for you. Right, Toastmaster Toto? And finally, you have to trust yourself. Even if the people will tell you that you are not enough, then just do it. Just go for it. Because how can you act with courage if you cannot find your voice? How can you build great teams if you cannot inspire others to take action? And how can you create the future if you cannot communicate your vision? And then how can you drive excellence if you don't have the leadership skills? And these things, these skills can be developed if you are adept in impromptu speaking. Speak now, have the spotlight, because if you are not really becoming your best, then it is a disservice to others. And disservice meaning you are not serving them well, and you are not living the life that you are destined to be. And you have only one shot of this thankful life. Go for it. Back to you, Toastmaster Gerry.
Wow, thank you so much, DTM Berns, for your adept explanation and teaching about the impromptu speaking.
Mag-subscribe, ring the bell, mag-like, comment, at i-share mo na.